Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can host a EC2 instance on AWS platform. So let's see what is EC2 in the virtual machine. So you can see the definition of virtual machine, that it is a software defined computer, and on AWS platform it is defined as EC2. On Google Cloud platform you can see it is named as compute engine, but the concept behind it is similar. So for any kind of virtual machine, or even our laptop or a desktop, there are certain things that are required. Like for hardware, we have to have like CPU, memory, network interface, disk space on which the operating system is going to run. To organize these things, we need an operating system, and on that operating system, we are going to have some applications. And to access this virtual machine or this device, we have to have some authentication to log into the device. Otherwise anyone can log into the particular device, so we don't want that. Okay, so while hosting EC2 instance, we are going to configure CPU, memory, network, disk, operating system, and also some authentication which is being required to access the particular machine. So let's go on the AWS console. You can just open any browser, search AWS, create an account on AWS platform, and log into your particular AWS console. Once you log into it, uh, this kind of interface you can see. They also provide some free courses, some free tutorials. There are a lot of documentations are there to learn all the concepts in depth. For now, we are going to host a EC2 instance, so I will just search EC2. Yeah, and here I am on the EC2 dashboard. Here also you can just see here that there are some documentation of EC2. When I click on the documentation, you can just see like how you can host machines on different platforms. Let's say for Windows, I click, and you can see like there is some diagrammatic representation that this is the AWS cloud, which is distributed all over the world. We can select a particular region in which we have to create our particular virtual private cloud, and then in that virtual private cloud we are going to host our particular virtual machine. And to access that virtual particular machine, we have to have some authentication which we can do via private key. So why we need virtual private cloud? To have some base infrastructure to host our EC2, such as networking, secure groups, and all that. And region is going to define that the what will be the physical location in the world that my virtual machine will be hosted. So you can get all the definitions, all the information in depth on this documentation. I will just go on my dashboard again, and I will show how you can host your machine. So I will click on launch instance. First I will give a name to my particular machine, like test 4. Okay, then you have to select operating system. On AWS it says like select a Amazon machine image. So there are a lot of options. I'm going to select, let's say, Ubuntu based operating system. You can also go on browse more options, and you can see like how many machines are available, how many type of OSs are available on the platform, or you can also create your own OS image. For now, for now, uh, I'm selecting a Ubuntu based image. Okay, so you can see the details of this particular machine. It is a 64-bit machine. Now, so we have selected our OS. Now we have to select our CPU and our memory. Again, when you click on this option, you have a lot of different configuration that you can select, from 1 GB, one virtual CPU, to let's say like 7 to 2 GB 36 virtual CPU, and the list goes on. For now, I'm going to select whatever the configuration which is available for free. Then, as I mentioned earlier, we need some kind of authentication while while logging into the particular machine to get the access of that particular machine, and the key pair is going to uh, authenticate ourselves that yes, I am the rightful owner of this particular machine, or I have the permissions for uh, from the owner to configure or change or to operate the virtual machine. So I can just select some predefined key pairs, or I can just create a new key pair. Let's say, and for different kind of OSs like Ubuntu based system, you are going to access the machine using SSH, and for Windows based system you are going to access the machine using putty software. So you have to take care of what kind of key pair you are generating, and you can also learn more about this key pair by clicking on this documentation link. So for now I will just uh, click create key pair, and the key pair is downloaded. After the authentication, I'm going to configure my network. So here you can see that currently I'm in this virtual private cloud, and the network provided by that cloud. So I can just go on edit, I can select different VPCs. For now I only have the default VPC provided by the AWS account. You can also create your own VPC if you want to. Then you can select the subnet for your particular machine. You can assign a public IP, or you can disable this option, and then you come to the security group. In security group, uh, you can select predefined security group or create security group. Security group is nothing but a protocol in which you can allow certain kind of devices to get access, certain types of request you can allow uh, to access that particular machine. So for the Ubuntu based system, I'm going to allow some SSH based request and allow uh, anyone to access the particular machine. I can also select like custom IP addresses. I can select my own IP address, particular IP address, or I can select anywhere. So any IP address can get access with a request of SSH. For accessing Windows system, you can select RDP client. You can also see that there are HTTP as protocol is also available here. Then there is TCP protocol with the port range of 22. You can also add multiple security groups and configure some advanced settings. For now, we are not getting into the advanced settings. And the last step will be to configure the storage device. You can see like I can get SSD, I can get HDD, I can get magnetic storage device. For now, I'm going to select the generic SSD with a capacity of 8 GB, or whatever I want to have. You can also add more than one disks virtual disk in your particular device. Okay, you can also configure some advanced settings, but again, as I mentioned earlier, that we are not going to get into the advanced settings. Once you configure the basic requirements, and these are the basic requirements, once you configure that, you are good to host your machine. You can see the summary here. You can see that all these resources are available freely, and you can just see launch instance. The particular instance is being created here, and my instance is successfully created. So to get access of this instance, you can see that this instance is being created. I have some instances that I have created earlier. So while that instance is being created, I will just show you some other instance that I have already created. So let's click on here. You can see all the information about this particular instance. What are the status that this is a running instance. You can see the operating system, you can see the test pair, and you can go on see what are the security groups for inbound rules and outbound rules. You can see the networking, storage, and also see like how the CPU and other resources are performing here. And to operate the particular machine, you can just click on connect. And as this is a particularly Ubuntu based system, you have to connect with the system via SSH client. So you can also get here, open your own SSH client and do the steps to get access. Or you can just click on is to instance connection, which is given by default by the AWS platform. I can just click connect, and you will establish a connection with my particular virtual machine. And once I have established the connection, I can perform all the various type of tasks on that machine. You can see the details here. And let's say, let's run a command like, yeah, and you can see that command is running. So this particular command is being run on that particular machine remotely. So I hope this explains how you can host a EC2 machine and you can connect with that machine. For Windows based system, uh, you have to use the RDP client to get the access. You have to use a particular key pair which is defined particularly for this Windows machine using putty software, and you can connect to that. So here we will wrap up our video. Thanks for watching the video till end. My name is Swayambhu Hingane and my PRN number is 21210020, and hope to see you soon. Have a nice day.